All right, so let's look at another one of these, what we call a dump down technique. Again, like the previous technique, it's a timing move. It's a move that occurs at a critical moment when my opponent has almost succeeded in passing my guard, but hasn't yet established his control. In this case, I'm going to start with my arm straight armed on his shoulder. Again, he's going to pass through, and while he's in motion coming this way, I'm going to grip the gi, blocking him tight here so he can't post, and send him out in that direction there. Once he passes his weight over my hips, I'm going to hold the shoulder down tight, keep my hips low, switch my base, and again drop my elbow so that he can't make his way out to my back. So this is a timing sensitivity move. He pushes while he's in motion coming down. I extend him that way, keeping my elbow here so he couldn't post. Coming here and immediately dropping my hips and staying very low and tight in here. So if you don't get your timing right in this move, he's going to come on top and your arm's going to be bent. So the trick is, how do I know when it's time to push over to the side? When he clears my leg and I feel like my arm is going to collapse, that's the time I can even collapse it an inch and relaunch it in this direction. I'm going to transfer his forward motion in that direction. Another mistake people make is they try to turn to the side, creating a post against themselves so I can't turn. I need my legs out of the way, his arm out of the way, so there's no post out here. So he's out, free to go. I roll my hips, tight hip control against him here, so I'm in control all the way. My hips are not on the ground, but they're on him. One last time. Defending my guard, stiff arm, he comes in, launch him in this direction, roll, hips tight, elbow tight. One last time. Now there's some important points to think of here when you're doing these kinds of dump down techniques that we've shown in this lesson and the previous lesson. Obviously, the choice would be never to let someone come that close to passing your guard. And the risks are obvious. If something fails here, he's going to pass my guard. But one thing that you should be aware of, and this is a drill that you can practice with your partners now, is there is a moment of guard recovery in here. If I put out a post here, before I even do these techniques, I can learn how to escape my hip and come back into the guard. He comes around, escape my hip, come back into the guard. So if either the dump down, the crossover dump down we've done now, or the other one fails and we stall and he resists, we face this moment of stall. It's my chance now to hip escape and go back into the guard. And I find that's virtually 100%. If the sweep doesn't work, he's going to stall it in midair. If he stalls it in midair, there's a pressure on his shoulder. He's not moving, which means pressure is loaded up on my body, which means I can unspring the spring and put him right back into my guard. So that's worth it as a drill on both sides. He comes this side, he leans into my arm, I push off him, I come back. He comes to this side, leans into my arm, push off him, and come back. And that's your insurance policy on, I think, these kinds of dump down techniques.